Hi everyone, I'm Haokun Tian from Queen Mary University of London. Today I'll be talking about, can a sound matching model produce audio embeddings that align with timbre similarity rated by humans? So first, what are timbre similarity ratings? So they are subjective ratings given by human. Usually, you will give human like two sounds. For example, a violin sound and a trumpet sound. They will have the same pitch, the same duration, and loudness. Then you ask the rater just to give a numerical number to suggest how different the two sounds are. And automatically the listener will focus on timbre, and the rating will reflect timbre dissimilarity or timbre distance. And this is usually conducted within timbre space studies. And usually this data is used to put these audio samples into a 2D or 3D space to reflect their subjective similarity. And in our project, we have in total 21 small data sets. And here I visualized 3 out of 21 data sets. And for each of them, here you can see in the picture, they are symmetric metrics, and each point, like the ij point, reflect the rating for the i's sample and the j's sample. And within each dataset, page loudness and durations are normalized. And because of this kind of ratings are subjective, and we want it to be as subjective as possible. So for each pair of sounds, we will have multiple raters. And in our data, the value are actually the average of multiple ratings. And in total, we have more than 2,000 ratings on more than 300 audio samples. This data was curated by Thorad Vahidi and his. And we now know our task. What we want to do is that we want to develop or to find a model that could produce some representation for an audio input, and we can use a distance function to compute the distance between the embeddings in a high-dimensional space. And with many pairs of sounds, we can construct this predicted similarity matrix, which has all the distance between pairs of embeddings in that high-dimensional space. And we want to compare the prediction with the ground truth similarity matrix, which is annotated by human. And we can compare them in two aspects. One is absolute value. So we want to see if the model could give the same value as human. And the other one is ranking. So based on the predicted values, human and model can rank the similarity, right? Let's say, given one reference, you can rank all the other samples based on their similarity to this reference. And we can compare ranking to rankings to see if our model align with human perception. And then the next question is how to train the model. There are potentially many ways, and in this project we explored a sound matching model. So sound matching is a task which is also known as the synthesizer inversion task. So you use a synthesizer and you tune the sense parameters to produce different audio samples. And these audio samples will be your training data. And you train your model to take audio samples as input to predict their sense parameters. So do this reverse engineering of a synthesizer. And in our project, we employed the vital synthesizer, and we selected 10 parameters, and they're basically a source is a wavetable synthesizer, which you can apply the ADSR envelope and a filter and also some effects. So the green ones are our classification targets and the red ones are our regression targets. We generated in total 500K samples. And here we can hear some examples. So you can notice that they have timbre difference. And the question is, by learning to predict sense parameters, can the model pick up this perception of timbre similarity in the same way as humans? And as we said, we train a model here. We use a convolutional neural network with about 5 million parameters, and we produce an embedding, which we called the task embedding because it is trained for the task. And we use this task embedding and feed that to classification heads and the regression heads. They're just linear layers, like single linear layers, to make predictions. So remember that we want to have some kind of embedding, and we want to compute distance between the embeddings. Here we already have the task embedding we can use, but actually a deep neural network learns many representations of the input, and there should be other ways to extract representations. So here we also explore style embeddings, which are first proposed for the image style transfer task. And actually in style transfer, you can match the scale, match the style of an image by matching the style embeddings proposed, computed by a neural network. Sorry. And here I'll talk about how to compute them. So for convolutional neural networks, we consider two approaches. One is called Gattias, so it is proposed by Gattias, and another is proposed by Huang. And for convolutional neural networks, you have this uh, intermediate feature map, basically at each convolution layers, and they have this shape. They have a channel dimension, and then the height and width, which are spatial dimensions. So the Gattias embedding is computed by is computed as a square matrix, and the ij's atom of that square matrix is computed by taking the ith channel of a feature map and the jth channel of a feature map, and you just compute the dot product between them, and it just gives you one value, and that is the ij value of the square matrix, and that gives you the Gattias feature. And for the Huang feature, it's even simpler. Also, you take one channel from a feature map, and you just squeeze that channel to two numbers. One is the mean value of this channel, and another is the standard deviation of this channel. And it will compress this feature map just into 2 times the channel of floats. And one more thing is that is because we have so many convolutional layers, actually the final Gattias and Huang embeddings is computed by taking multiple convolutional layers and compute for each of them, and then you concat the features to produce a single embedding for a single input. And now we have the model, we have the embedding. We will use two common distance functions, which is the cosine distance and the L2 distance, to compute the predicted similarity matrix. And then we test the alignment between the predicted similarity matrix with the ground truth similarity matrix. And here are the results. So you can see that so we have the blue ones, they are Gattias, orange ones, they are Huang, and the right ones, they are task embedding. Each of them are computed with two different distance functions. And here is the alignment scores. So the first two are alignment scores that evaluate, they're ranking based, so they evaluate whether the model can rank Timbre similarity in the same way as human. And the last one is MAE, which is evaluates the absolute value to say whether the model could give this same absolute value as human. And these are evaluated during training. And just as a disclaimer, these test data are never used in training, right? When train the sound matching model, you only predict the sense parameters. These are completely test-only data. And the first column actually is the first training epoch zoomed in. And the second column shows the full training, which is 100 epochs. And we can see that first, style embeddings are better than task embeddings. And secondly, the model learns very fast. So they actually pick up this ability to perceive Timbre similarity in a similar way as human in the very first of the training, like in just within a few minutes. And we can also see that from the full training, we can see that if you evaluate the test embedding, they have this like the optim point at the very first, and then they kind of overfits. And the style embeddings are pretty stable because I guess with the task embedding, it overfits because it is more and more trained to the task. But what we test is a pretty general ability, which should not be overfitting to a specific test. And yeah, this is a major part of an ISMER paper. This year we will present the full work at the ISMER conference, and here is the paper link. So in that work, like the bigger context, we also evaluated a lot of other representations, which are extracted from pre-trained models, and also some signal processing based representations such as MFCC. And we also tested for CLAP, which also shows good performance. And one more point is that we also know how to extract style embeddings from transformer-based models, for example, CLAP, which utilized a swing transformer architecture, and it also outperformed its task embeddings. So showing that the idea of using style embedding to represent timbres, timbre is a generalized idea because it works for different tasks and different model architecture. Thank you very much.